people not even really over the worst of Storm Babet, and now we've got Ciarn battering us as well.
Nick, tell us where you are this morning and what's it looking like?
Morning, Kate. I'm in Torquay at the moment. I'm at the top of the seafront. The waves are crashing over the side onto the promenade. People have been told, obviously, to avoid those areas. But it's a bit calmer this morning. Last night was very, very windy indeed. I took an ill-advised recce along the seafront, and I got about 3 mouthfuls of the English Channel. Down the bay from here at Berry Head, which is the south end of this big natural bay that Torquay sits on the top of, they had gusts of 75 miles an hour, but you know, I'm sure you've been talking about Jersey, which is the worst hit. Some of the, people should get online and have a look at the hailstones. So you're getting hailstones the size of conkers in Jersey. I know wind gusts of up to 105 miles an hour have been recorded there. And the rain's just coming down as well now. It was clear this morning, but a lot of rain coming down at the moment. And there are a lot of flood warnings across Devon and Cornwall. I know the Dart floods quite a bit, and that's expected that parts of that will flood again in the next couple of days.
Yeah, and Nick, we were talking earlier on to a meteorologist who was saying that this is going to move up through the country today. It's going to, hit London, the southeast, and then move up from there. How long can we expect Storm Ciarán to linger, and what are likely to be the worst hit areas, do you think?
Well, in terms of the storm, it's moving pretty quickly. So it's already, gone through sort of Hampshire and the south coast in terms of the wind speed. Like I think the east coast and the southeast, there's also those amber warnings which go into the 6 p.m. there. But the worst hit areas in terms of the wind and the rain are Cornwall and Devon. I mean, there's no trains west of St Austell at the moment. In Devon, I think 224 schools are closed today. The county council had an emergency meeting yesterday and just said, look, all schools can take their own decisions on that. There's a few closed in Sussex and Hampshire. The big Itchen Bridge out of Southampton is closed until it's safe to do so. But they're expecting a lot of coastal flooding as well in Hampshire as well. So I think all along the south coast and then on the east coast as well until this evening. And then because of the rain and everything else, I think they're expecting a lot of the fallout to be probably into the weekend. I know in Devon they've got 32 teams of tree surgeons on standby for the clear-up operation today and tomorrow.
Well, I was going to ask you, Nick, before we let you go, I mean, I can see the waves behind you, the strength of that sea. We'll put the video online so people can see where Nick Ellerby is right now. And you mentioned some of the hailstones in other areas. Can you see teams, are there people out and about from the council, from the Environment Agency, putting up defences, protecting people? Is the road blocked off, for example, where you are? What are people doing to stop flooding that we've seen in other areas?
So the road defence, the road here is okay. People are on the road. People are going about their business. I can actually see a beer lorry unloading a few crates of beers into the bars next to me. So here in Torquay, it's pretty much business as usual. But in Sidmouth, which is just sort of northeast of here, further up the Devon coast, a car got washed onto the beach, over the promenade last night. So the waves were so strong there. It was an unattended pickup, but it just got washed into the sea. I know the fire crews have actually secured that overnight with some lines, but it's too dangerous to actually get it out at the moment till the winds die down. So, and then on the Dart and some of the rivers down here, people have put up flood defences. I know there's a restaurant on the Dart that's expecting to be flooded out again as it was in Storm Babet. So, people not even really over the worst of Storm Babet, and now we've got Ciarn battering us as well.